Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Allen. I teach history classes and the archaeology classes at homeschool enrichment centers. I've been doing archaeology for 7 years now. I started with my first field school back in 2013. Some things that I've done, this was my last excavation on Palomar Mountain. And so you can see me here excavating. This is me here in the hat. And this is our archaeology unit here and all the different artifacts that we found in our unit back in 2017. And so that was my last excavation that I had been on. So I've been published a few times in archaeology. I knew when I was 8 years old that I wanted to be an archaeologist ever since I saw the movie The Mummy. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It might be a little scary for the younger kids. But I saw that movie The Mummy and I knew I'm going to be an archaeologist. Also coupled with this other really great movie. I don't know if you've heard of it, but Indiana Jones. Yeah. So I watched that movie and I knew this is the right career for me, so thanks Hollywood. That helped sort of shape my life. My husband actually has a very similar story. He watched Indiana Jones when he was 7 and went into archaeology, and that's actually how we met, so we are actually two archaeologists. And we have 2 children right now. I have my son who is 9 years old, his name is William. He also goes to HEC. And then I have my daughter Rosemary, she's 2. And then we have another little one on the way, so hopefully when we see you guys face to face in the fall, you'll see my huge baby belly by then. Some things that I like to do is craft. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have a ton of crafting through history classes and I add new ones each semester. I like to teach kids history by all of the stuff, like archaeology and our artifacts. And so we do things like create our own drop spindles, and so we did this past semester in my crafting through Colonial America class. So this is real wool, and the kids made these spindles and they were able to sort of spin their own wool, which I thought was really fun. And so I like to do a lot of crafting at home. Here's some embroidery that I've done at home just for our bathroom because it's kind of cactus themed. And so I painted and then sort of embroidered around it, and I used this same technique in my crafting through 50 states class where we made our California flags, and so the kids painted their own California flag and then embroidered the bear and around it, and so they got to bring those home. I also really like knitting, and so this was a sweater I made for my 2-year-old for Christmas this past year. So I like knitting, and I also really like sewing. So I will be sewing my son this cool button-up shirt here, and my 2-year-old some new pajamas. I love all things vintage too, so that's why I always do sort of vintage patterns here. And yeah, so that's a little bit about what I like to do at home. Some of the classes I offer at HEC are core history classes, and so if you're looking for U.S. history, I'm teaching a U.S. history and government and economics class for our high school kids next semester. I'm teaching a monarchies and kingdoms class. I'm teaching a ancient history class, and so I teach a lot of core classes at HEC as well. And then I'm also teaching a ton of elective classes, and so if you really like hands-on classes, archaeology classes are not just history and hands-on, that's science. We're working with artifacts and materials from the ground. And if you're looking for hands-on crafting classes, I have all those crafting through history classes. I am super excited to offer all of those things to you, and I hope that we can see each other in person soon in the fall. And that's a little bit about me. Hope to talk to you all soon. Okay, bye.